Yo, what is good? My anime people, what is good, yo? Guys, I don't know. I was surprised with this week. I was gonna say boring toe, but it's been anything but boring lately, thanks to some actual content that may lead into bigger story plots, or at least our character growing to be better than what he already is. Stuff like that has me relatively excited, but at the same time worried that whatever comes in the future hopefully can still be, you know, manga related, I guess you can say, because at this point this stuff feels a whole lot better than what we've been watching, even though it definitely feels a lot faster than, for instance, the prison arc, or even the arc where he had to go to the hidden like sand or something like that. So it's nice to see like different stuff popping off, but the only reason why this feels like it's going so much quicker is not only does it have to correlate with what's going on in the source material, but they can't just jump too far out of, what is supposed to happen and how it's supposed to happen. So maybe that's why there's not much going on. Or because of the prison arc, they use that to really set this character up, in my opinion. So thanks to that, they can just go straight episode after episode of just kind of pushing forward and forward the narrative of this boss and not really even worry about it, because to be fair, it felt almost as if, excuse me, um, it felt almost as if everything we were seeing in this week's episode was very, very telegraphed. For instance, Boruto finding a card in his pocket once he finally gets a B rank mission, and just because he wanted to return the cards, that's the only reason why he actually got to this position, to finding out the son had been kidnapped. And to think that if he was selfish in his, his way of thinking, I guess you could see it. Because last time I checked, he worked pretty hard, or at least stayed around for quite some time to train somebody, which is hard work. I mean, you gotta have patience, you gotta be able to tell them what they're doing wrong, and then make sure you tell them that they did good when they do right. So, to think someone like Boruto had that in him, uh, after everything he's been through and after everything he kind of done, it's cool to see. But now that you mess with his student, he is pretty angry. Not to mention the fact that um, they thought they already had taken out the boss, or at least, had him captured or something. I don't know. Yeah, they thought they took him out because he like fell in the water, but they thought their homeboy returned, and it really just was the boss. And to get into the boss's actual technique of what he does, which is pretty disgusting. So, to get to being what he was in this week's episode, which was the butler, not only did he kill him, he ate his brains, guys. He ate the brains of a human, or he ate the brains. It looks like he could do it while they're alive. Um, the problem with that is it just makes it that much more disgusting, or not. I don't know. Like, what would you rather? Eating a human while they're alive, like their brain, or taking them out, with like a shuriken, one stab to the neck and let them bleed or something. Which, if you think about it, if you damage the brain, like how much damage can you do to the brain, and he eats it and still retains all of that stuff, all of the things. I'm guessing since it's a forbidden, since it's a forbidden jutsu, I'm guessing it doesn't affect it too much. But it would make more sense why he wasn't willing to just like poke him in the head with the shuriken or something sharp, have him die, and then start eating his brain. He went straight for raw brain with hair and all that stuff attached. I'd be shaving the heads of it. Like I would be preparing it as like a straight up meal. This man is just like, nah, put my mouth around and just bite. Like, nah. Like, that seems pretty rough. So, overall, this week's episode was very straight to the point and gave us just the background noise of what's the gang members kind of want out of all this, aka the 500 mil plus letting all the prisoners out. So it sounds like some of the gang members that were there still want out. You know, they're like, get us out. You guys can have all that money. We just want out of this prison, which uh, we already know how that could be. Like that prison is pretty. Actually, it's probably a little bit different now that we got that one guy out of there, or did we? You know. So we'll see how this all plays out. The gang is pretty much ahead of everything, but to think that Boruto threatened one of them, got in already, and has saved his new friend, it should be interesting to see how the rest of this turns out. But as a whole, I hope you guys are doing well, and I will definitely talk to you sooner than later with the season finale of another show. So with all that being said, take care everybody, and peace.